to another episode. We're excited to, carry on the episodes. We enjoyed the last one so much. We'll just do a little check-in, I think, for this one. How's your week been?
My week has been really busy, actually. I had a little rant this week. Work has been a bit hectic.
Yeah.
So I've just been holding on, getting through it. But otherwise, it's been good. I think I'm getting into my hibernation. I think I mentioned before, but I'm getting into my hibernation.
Yeah, the Christmas season.
Yeah, but I kind of love this type of year. Like, I do love autumn, winter at this time of year because you're like looking forward to like Christmas. Things are getting a bit cozy.
I think
so I can feel my spirit is like warming up again.
I think now that Halloween has kind of like passed, I think this is the time to really feel warm, get all of the start collecting the Christmas decorations, maybe think about getting the tree up. Yeah. When are we going to put our tree up?
I was gonna mention.
I'm excited.
I'm ready. Like, I think I'm ready to turn the living room into like a cozy little den again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to decide when we're gonna do the Christmas decorations. I'm not quite sure, but I think we can put the tree up soon.
I think we should do
maybe
some
next
more,
weekend. Actually.
I think we should do some more like just extra little bits, like spray the windows. Like that's what I used to do when I was younger. My mum used to have like some window spray, do like little stencils.
I think I have snow window spray.
Let's go.
I think I have it somewhere in my craft boxes.
Yeah. I think we should just go crazy this year and just tinsel, lights, snow spray. Because I didn't do anything for Halloween and I feel like I missed out on the creativity.
One thing that I wanted to do, I've seen this like really easy DIY.
Okay.
And I stopped myself yesterday when I was like down at the shops. Is you can make like a bauble wreath. So with like a wire coat hanger and loads of like cheap Christmas baubles. And I wanted to make one for our door, or like our front door.
Yeah, but will we get carol singers?
Right, no, there's no carol singers on our street.
Yeah, our street is definitely the street to get.
I would love to get carol singers at our door.
I think we had one last year.
Did we?
And I think they knocked and I didn't answer.
No, why did you not tell me? I would have loved carol singers.
Yeah, but it's awkward. Like, you open the door, they're singing.
I'll be singing with them. I was like, yes!
I see that as so awkward. Like, you open the door, you're there, you're standing there, they're singing at you with the pot of money, and you're just standing there awkward, like.
Oh, I'll be singing along. I would love to have like the carol singing experience.
Okay, if I see one, we'll open the door together, because
I'm so down for it. I wonder whether I'm gonna do like church outreach, because normally around this time of year we did do that, and I would be doing a face painting. Say a
little bit more about that. What's that? Church outreach.
So sometimes throughout the year we kind of just go into like the streets, town. Last time, and it's just basically just
spreading joy, like.
Yeah, kind of like just love, kindness. Not necessarily a specific agenda, but it's just doing like little things for the public. And usually what we've done around Christmas time is, I think part of it is just reminding people of the message. It's like putting Christ back into Christmas. But obviously that's controversial. Everyone has their own beliefs, so don't discriminate. But we usually do like a bit of a tent, and then we have people that, like our church choir, do like carol singing, they do like Christmas songs, some worship songs, and then we usually do loads of crafts and stuff for the children. Nice. So I always get roped into doing the face painting, so I'm like sat there usually doing loads of face painting, and we don't charge for it, like it's completely free, and usually we just get loads of people like queuing up with their kids wanting to do like their faces. And then usually some of the other people end up doing like maybe crafts, like Christmas tags. One year we did like gift wrapping, so people could bring their gifts and we would wrap them for them.
Really?
Yeah.
And I come with my little gifts.
Yeah, we did that one year, and then one year we went a bit bigger, and we even had like a little stage, and we had people do some performances. So some of the young people did like a bit of like a
I think I walked past. Yeah, because I saw you, I think it was like 2 years ago. I don't think it was last year, and I saw you kind of around this time.
Yeah.
Like, with the face painting and the swords and stuff. Obviously said hi to you.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Yeah, so that's outreach.
Okay.
Yeah. We did outreach just means just going out into the community. We're like just reaching out. That's more in general. But and yeah, the church sometimes does it. So but that's one of the things that we do, like, as a church. Like, basically bringing church outside of the building, giving back, trying to engage with the wider community. And it's just doing something nice.
Yeah, I think
people,
it's good
just
to,
spreading
like,
some joy, like a good message.
Yeah, I think it's good to take yourself, like, for people to come out of the church and just kind of, like, be within the community and just spread just positivity and different things. I think that's like nice. Yeah,
so but I don't think we're doing it this year in that sense. So I think this year we're doing a Christmas play again. So that's our that's another way that we sometimes
do. Are you not directing it but doing the set?
Yes, I am. I got roped in.
I knew every year you're like, oh, I got roped in. Yeah. They just asked you and you say yes.
I'm a sucker for someone's like, I need help.
I
know.
I think you like it though. You like the creativity. Like, even though it can be challenging because, you know, that's a lot of things to do, like, do like a set design for a whole play.
Yeah.
Like loads of people watching. I think you really enjoy, like, putting it together and, like, the outcome of it. You really enjoy kind of, like, the journey and then seeing, like, it all come to life.
Yeah. I think because, like, usually I used to always do the choir for our Christmas plays. So I would usually always be in the choir for those plays. And I think it was just last year someone asked me if I could help with, like, set design and stuff. And I think it was just like, the person that kind of organizes the plays knew that I was creative, and I think people clocked on. I was like, oh, I can do face painting stuff. So she was like, I think you could help me with this, and I was like, okay, I can have a think. And then I thought it was a really nice challenge, and it was like another thing, like another one of my hobbies I could use, which is like sewing and the textile side of things. And then just thinking about, like, okay, how can I put something together and get someone's vision, like bring someone's vision to life. It was definitely a challenge. There was moments where I was a bit stressed, but then when I saw it all come together, and everyone was, like, so impressed by it as well, so I was like,
I watched it. They didn't let me in because I was a bit late.
Oh.
And they were like, we're over capacity. And I was like, what? I've literally come from, like, the other side of, like, Bristol. Please let me in. I felt like saying, like, Jesus, like, let me in. Like, let me in.
Well, to be honest, we didn't expect it to go that crazy. I think everyone that was on the team that year, we were just really passionate.
Yeah.
And I think everyone just wanted to do their best. And I think, it just came together. And I think it's just one of the best productions that we've done to date. So now we have the challenge of trying to top it.
I think though, like, I obviously saw it, and, like, I saw some of the set designs, like the cross, like it was massive, and all of these other things. Like, have you ever thought about maybe doing set design?
I did,
like,
actually.
If you got, like, a professional offer or something, like, would that be something that you would maybe go down?
I was more in charge of the costumes, so the costumes that the actors will kind of wear.
Who did the set design then?
So the painting, like the backdrop was someone else that painted it. And the set part that I did was, like, troubleshooting, was, like, the garden bit. With the chair. But yeah, I was more focused on the costumes.
Would you go into, like, costumes?
I actually thought, but I actually wanted to do it at one point. So I was a theatre kid. Come on. I was a theatre kid at school. loved the musical theatre, loved the production. Did actually the costume for one of our plays at school, where I was like, we did Grease, and I was a cheerleader, and I was in charge of painting the cheerleaders' costumes.
Okay.
So I pasted, like, so it was a vest top, and I had to paint the cheerleading, like, the colours for us. So I was in charge of that. And I did everyone's hair and our makeup as well. So I think like theatre sometimes just combines all of the little creative passions that I have. Like makeup, hair, like textiles, the painting of the actual sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about going into it. I did consider it though. There was a time where I considered it as a career option. I don't know why I changed my mind in the end.
Did you think like there wasn't much opportunity, like
No.
more job availabilities and stuff like that?
No, I don't know what happened. I think it was more because I think probably because it wasn't really spoken about in much detail as like a career option like back then. So when it was like art, people were talking more about being a painter and becoming like a professional artist. And I think in schools like they don't really
push you into that type of route. Like I think
yeah,
acting and like that type of area, it's not really like, I don't know, I think it's not really pushed.
I don't think a lot of the I think the curriculum doesn't fully know the vast amount of career opportunities in the sector. I think when people say like, oh, I want to go into acting or into film, they tend to kind of go with the main ones. It's like, oh, become a professional actor or be a camera person.
Yeah.
Like do media.
And there's so many different elements within that. There's so many different roles.
And I think it's only now.
Yeah,
I think the specialist colleges now
it's expanding. For sure. I think like I see people on TikTok. There's this girl, I don't know her name, but she does like prosthetics and stuff.
Yeah, I used to love doing that. Yeah. I actually wanted to go. I think what was it? So there was a part of me when I was applying for college, and I did elements of this even in my art courses, etc. There was even one of my assignments where I did loads of makeup, and that was my assignment because I really loved doing the makeup side of things. And what I did was, because I did an art foundation after I did my college A-level art, I combined makeup into that, makeup photography. So I kind of used all of the skills. I had like one of my classmates, I had them pose and I did this very intricate makeup, and then part of like my final major project was this oil painting, but I turned it into like a fairy, and the reference I created a reference picture through like a photo shoot of her. I think I've still got the picture somewhere.
I think you showed me. Yeah. Like, you got all your art stuff back and you were like going through it, and I think I saw like the designs. Yeah.
So I think I always explored like the different elements in like a way. So I was always intrigued in trying to bring all my different like interests and creative outlets and kind of made it fit into the curriculum in some sense. Yeah, so I don't know, who knows? Maybe I end up in the industry. Still young, you know.
Keep doing what you're doing, and then maybe there will be someone in the crowd be like, "Oh, can you do this for me?"
Yeah, that's how. But this is how I ended up with all of my paid jobs. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like my random like paid gigs and stuff. I've never advertised it, but people are like, "Oh yeah, she does makeup," and then I get booked to do a wedding, and it's like, "Oh, can you do my hair? I've seen you do my hair." So I don't really advertise any of those things.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is word of mouth, and I think a lot of the things can come from just your work just being like proven for itself. But yeah, love it.
Yeah. So what would you say is like your main creative outlet? Because I know you're creative.
I love to draw. Like I love to paint. I love to draw. I like kind of like doing hair, like hairstyles, I would say. I want to get back into that more. I don't know. I feel like I still like, I didn't know. I feel like I need to experiment a little bit more. Like, I think acting was a big part of my life and a big part of my creativity, and kind of like stopped doing that now. So I like to go and see performances, watch plays, different plays and stuff like that. But I think now that I've stopped actively doing it. I don't know, I feel like I need to explore my creativity a little bit more.
You like to write though. I think you've gotten more into the poetry.
I forget that's a kind of a side of creativity.
Of course,
as well.
It's a creative outlet.
No, I forget. I just think sometimes, like, maybe I'm limiting myself, but like art, acting, like dance, like that type of creativity. But I forget, like, literature can be a form of creativity.
100%, yeah, it's creative writing.
True.
Because think about it, like authors that do like science fiction, that's a creative industry.
True.
That's still classified as some form of creative industry, because think about all the major movies that we see and the fantasy movies, that's someone that's has thought of the whole kind of creative world. That requires a level of imagination and creativity to even come up with those kind of concepts. So it kind of all goes into hand in hand. Film.
And I think maybe that's something that, I don't know, I'm like proud of, that I'm able to, I don't know, tap into more of the, I don't know, like literature side of things, because in school I was told I wasn't very good at writing and reading and stuff like that. And like if I'm able to like tap into it in a different way and be good at it, it kind of, I don't know, it proves them wrong, that I was told that I'm not good at this subject, which is like a massive thing to be told to someone. Like, you're not good at a whole subject. So I've kind of entered it in a different avenue, and like I don't know, I'm proud of myself that I've been able to like just have a creativity with words, and I actually do enjoy writing. I do enjoy words, and I've just found that out later on in life.
Like your poetry is like, ooh, it's exquisite.
But I think like the way I do it is I use acting as a part of it. I don't know how to explain it. Obviously, I'm being myself and I'm being genuine, but I use the acting tools with the creativity. I think that's what boosts my passion as well.
Well, I think because you write for performance.
Yeah.
So, but that's spoken word. That's the concept of spoken word.
Yeah.
It's not. It's poetry that is not meant to just be on a piece of paper, on a page. It's poetry.
To be expressed.
Yeah, it's poetry brought to life. I think that's why I like spoken word as well, because I do like the performance aspect. And I think for me, when we explored it, well, you kind of forced me. You kind of pushed me.
I love doing this to me. When they're like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, yes, you will. If I'm doing it, you're doing it.
But honestly, like, I'm actually really grateful for you for that, because I think, like, you know, I ain't going to go into it today, of where I was at my last job, how much it kind of robbed me or tried to rob me of my own confidence. And I was also on that journey of just building that confidence in itself. Like, just living years and decades of like deep-rooted insecurities, and I was just coming to the terms with all of that, and I was actively trying to change some of those narratives that I've believed for so long. Therapy was a godsend. You know, and I was on that journey, and I think, but then obviously having had really difficult experience alongside while I was still working on myself, to then having to battle other people's insecurities or other people's perception of me, and having to learn how to stand in my confidence, that in itself was such a mental battle. And I think when we did go to these poetry events, and you actually just encouraged me to go up. Yes, it was a small crowd, but that for me was significant, because it was proving to myself that I can do things, and it's okay for me to believe in myself.
And I think, like, I knew 100% it was a safe space, and like, and that's what I like about spoken words. No one can rob you of your words. Yeah. Your words, those are your words.
Yeah.
You will sit there and listen to them. You can take whatever you want from it, but it's also reading it. It's a part of like therapy as well. Like writing your piece and then performing it. It's your own little therapy. I found, anyways. Did you find this? Like,
100%. Like, that was part of it. Like, the writing helped me navigate some of my like more difficult emotions. But I think what, like, to this day, when I get nervous, when I start doubting myself, I actually remind myself, it's like, you managed to go up in front of a bunch of strangers and shared something really vulnerable in a space that you didn't know, you weren't comfortable in. And if you can do that, and if you can speak in front of a bunch of like 150 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can go into rooms and share certain things, it's like, okay, you're more confident than you think. And I think I'm getting to the point where I'm actually believing it, because I think I was faking it.
Faking it.
I was faking it.
So you make it.
I was 100% faking it. Like, I was internally, I was shaking. My anxiety was going crazy, but I was telling myself, no. I'm just gonna do it. Put on a smile. Don't let people see your weakness. To some extent, but yeah, it was full on faking it. But now I think because I had someone like you pushing me and other people encouraging me, now when I have moments of self-doubt, like, they have now become reference points. And that's how I know I've grown. When I'm like, no, Vanessa, let's not go back into your old ways. Look at all you have accomplished and all the things that you can do. So you can figure this out too.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's really powerful. I've been kind of looking ahead and looking into the new year. So I just wanted to know, like, whether you were doing that, whether you had any goals for yourself for January.
No, I haven't actually really thought about the new year yet. In that sense. I think at the moment I'm just working on the goals that I've kind of set myself for this year. And I'm still working on those, and then I think I'm more focused. I think I think I'm shifting my mind from it being like, oh, I need to start this in the new year, to, okay, I can start any time that I want. You know, I have the capacity to start, or I have the option to kind of start a new goal or something new at any time, rather than making it like, New Year's resolution list. I've scrapped New Year's resolution a while ago, and I think it's just more about, okay, what are my aims or things that I would like to achieve, and what are things that would be really great to achieve in this year, and then what are just more progressive kind of goals that I want to work towards. So I think for me it's just the same, just continuing. I think I'm still working on some of the goals that I had like 2 years ago.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. And yeah, like doing my small business and just working on that, like doing my jewelry and seeing if I can make that into something.
And what's it called? Just for the audience.
It's called J Dida.
J Dida. Love the name.
Yes. It's a play. The logo I designed myself. But
it's our own podcast. We can do whatever we want. We can promote our stuff.
True. Yes. If you saw in one of our other videos, my lovely friend was modeling.
Wearing the earrings. Not today, my earrings. But next time. So you got a store, don't you? I'm gonna help you in December.
Yes. So that was another thing. So that's kind of one of the things. I was like, oh, okay. No, I definitely want to do that for the year. Just to sell some of the stuff. I've been making loads of stuff. I've had a couple of custom orders. I think people are loving my African earrings.
I think they're quite unique, and I think that's why people maybe like asking for them, because I don't think people are anyone's really making that type of stuff. And
I think
custom making it as well, which is nice.
So I've just done like a custom order for someone who wanted the style, but with the Nigerian colours, and I think she really loved it. And so, like, again, that's another thing. Like, it's another creative outlet that I found.
Where's your store gonna be?
So it's going to be in the community. It's like a community event in Docklands. Yeah, it's the winter pop-up. So I'll be there selling my little jewellery.
So come along.
So if you're in Bristol and you want to buy some unique Christmas gifts,
December.
Come along, come and meet us if you want.
December 15th.
7th, December the 7th. I think it's a Saturday.
Yeah, I put it in my calendar.
Yeah, it's the 7th of December. So yeah, if you're from Bristol, want to have unique gifts, want to come and say hi to us, we'll be there. My lovely friend is helping me out.
Buy some earrings.
Yeah.
I need to start my sales technique. How can I? Well, obviously the earrings sell themselves, but
well, girl, like if you had your hair care range,
I know
it would have been a store for the both of us.
That's a longer process.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Next time.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think those are some of the things. To be fair, actually, my one goal for next year is getting my driving license.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I need to get my driving license, need to get myself a car. That is the goal.
Is there still a backlog?
I don't even know what it is. I'm just like, I think at this point it's juju. Like, in terms of like how I have not managed to get my license. The amount of lessons. I know how to drive. Okay? I know how to start a car. I know how to drive it.
You don't need to convince them.
No, I'm saying this to myself. The fact that I've not been able to take my test, the amount of money that has left my pockets because this industry is a rip-off.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about how much money is spent.
I'm bitter. I'm bitter and it hurts, right? But yeah, that is my goal.
I do want to start doing it though, but I think if I start driving, I want to do automatic.
Oh, that's
because I think like I'm just done with the, what do they call it, clutch.
Yeah,
I'm just done with that because I just know I can't multitask anyways. I'll be steering off the motorway into the fields, running over sheep. I just think it wouldn't be good for me. So I want to do automatic, and then I just need to, the thing that I think that would be the worst for me is the theory. I just don't like exams. Exams don't work for me, so like I just need to practice.
Right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it today. We both are gonna book our theory test for maybe book it. We're gonna book it because then we know that this is when we need to revise for.
When's the last? Is it a year that you've got?
What?
A year that you've got to take the test.
No, it's 2. Once you pass your theory, it lasts 2 years before you have to retake your theory.
Okay. I'm scared.
It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that long to revise for it. It's like it's one test. It's 40 questions, and then you've got your hazards. I've passed it 5 times.
Yeah, but I think the revision, like I think I've done because I have the DVLA.
Yeah, you just do the app
thing, and I've done the test on that, and I think I even gave it to someone that actually can drive and got their license, everything, and been driving for years. They even struggled on some of the questions. Yeah,
because like it literally is just you stay in a mind, and then it becomes like then when you're actually driving.
So what's the point of it then? If someone that can drive, who's on the road, who's legally on the road, is struggling on the question.
I don't even know the answers for this. It's just a stupid way to verify something. I don't know who decided it. It's a way to take money out of our pockets, I think. Because back in the day, people would just buy a truck and they would be able to drive.
My granddad, obviously he must do now, but back in the day, he just got in a car and just drove. He was 16.
Yeah, exactly.
He's 90 now, so obviously you know how long ago that was.
It's just another system.
But he just got it. Obviously it's not safe, but he did just get in a car and go. And you were allowed.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard to drive, to be able to drive. The accessibility is very limited.
In parts, some of it is just another system for the government to take monies out of our pockets.
Yeah, I know.
To verify things that like it ain't that complicated, because at this point all the cars are automatic. Like, get a Tesla, it drives itself. You don't need to know.
I don't trust them cars. No, I do not trust them. I don't trust robots. So why would I trust a self-driving car?
So I don't even know how long this whole theory test and driving lesson malarkey is.
Because how is a robot gonna know between the difference between a cat and a baby? For example,
but that's why you're in it. Like, you're in it, and then you can take
people will fall asleep.
Huh?
And then they'll say people will fall asleep, put it into self-driving, and then, for example, hypothetically, a baby's in like part of the middle road, and so is a cat. Well, you have to run over one of them. Which one do you run over? How is a robot gonna know?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not going into that. Into that.
That's why I don't trust these self.
No, I'm not saying to trust it. I'm just saying that's also going to shift the system of how we test and how we deem someone to be capable of driving.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because the technology is changing. around it.
Yeah.
So that was the point I was making. I'm not saying trust the robots.
I was just getting
you're just getting
passionate about self-driving cars. Just robots taking over the world. That's like something that frustrates me on a daily basis. So hearing self-driving cars.
The reason why they're having to rely on artificial intelligence is because of capitalism. Because people, the business, it's just pure greed of money. Because they refuse to acknowledge that the capacity is diminished, and instead of saying, okay, well, these are our limitations, they're like, no, we need to find a solution to be able to get more and more and more and more, and then realizing the expectation goes beyond human capacity. So now they're having to build something that's beyond human to be able to fill the gaps.
I knew
with
robots
AI.
were going to start taking over when self-service checkouts started to come into place. And self-service checkouts have been around for years and years and years. Obviously, like, the shops don't want to pay people. Like, they can save money, like, long-term, saving money. And then
profit margin.
Yeah, and then
capitalism.
Also, it's like, I don't know. I find it frustrating. I find it frustrating to be like to be paying all of that money for my goods and then have to do all of the scanning and then have to pay for a bag that promotes the shop anyways.
Yeah, but that's just capitalism.
Yeah, I know.
It's the conditions of the capitalism. Oh, we knew this. Like, think of a freaking, was it the Hunger Games? We're living in the Hunger Games. Everything is focused on capitalism, the capital. And all the other, it's the district.
Yeah, we're in the districts.
Like, we are, if it came to it, we would be living in some type of district which is going to be focused on some type of need that feeds the capital. This is the thing. That storyline isn't as utopian.
No, it's not.
As people think.
It's real. Same with Black Mirror. There's many movies that have a correlation to reality.
Saying, Jesus, it's time for you to come. It's time.
End of story.
End of story. It's time. We're ready. No.
Let's do. I have like a little couple of questions. Let's do some like. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of what do guys do that girls hate?
What do guys do that girls hate?
Yeah.
You're asking the wrong person.
What do guys do that girls hate? Like an ick, maybe, or a pet peeve, or something.
Mansplain. Don't sit there
That?
Don't sit there and talk to me like I'm dumb, trying to explain something that's common sense, as if I don't have a brain cell between my ears. You're trying to explain to me like something that's common sense, as if I'm stupid. Mansplain.
Yeah.
You feel the need to explain something to me that I already know.
Yeah.
What impression gave you? Like, what about me gave you the impression that I don't know this?
You said I'm asking the wrong person, but it sounds like you had a couple of things. You literally said I'm asking the wrong person, but it sounds like you got a couple of things built up there.
I think that because it happened. I think it always happens in a professional sense as well.
Yeah.
And I think now, the older I'm getting, the longer I've worked, the more pissed off do I become by it.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, but because you're an adult, you know all of the things.
I hate.
And they're treating you like a child.
Yes. The treating like a child. Like literally, that's how you can get under my skin quick. And it takes everything in me not to switch. I've had it a few times. Just
yeah, but what can you do? Like, what do you do if someone does that in a professional setting? Do you just like sit there and kind of like allow them to like?
It depends.
Or
it depends
is there something that you can say, or
it depends.
Whatever?
It depends on the person. I'm learning to pick my battles, choose my fights wisely, because not everything needs your energy.
True.
And sometimes people are just people. They are who they are. And no amount of conversation or awareness is going to change that. So I think I'm learning to become a bit more wiser in terms of choosing my battles. So I do start to get to the point where I was like, is it worth it? And if I don't, if unpicking that situation takes more of my energy than necessary, and it's very minor, I just sit there and I just roll my eyes. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to let it go.
Yeah, just like roll my eyes, cool, let it go. Sometimes I say, I was like, that's not why I asked.
That's a good one.
Like,
that's a good one.
So if someone responds to a question, it's like, that wasn't my question. I don't think you understood what I meant. And then I try and clarify. Or I say like, oh, like, no, I didn't ask for an explanation. I'm telling you this. So I think sometimes when this often happens, when you give information just to share awareness, to say like, I know, heads up, blah blah blah, for the sake of being communicative, like using my communication skills, and being transparent, and then someone then sees that as an invitation to go into, it's like explaining something. I was like, no.
Do you think women do that though?
Huh?
Do you think women over-explain? Or do you think that's more something that
I think women are forced to have to over-explain because they're often misunderstood.
Okay.
So they are forced to have to over-explain things because they've been conditioned. So, because part of it is a conditioning. Because a lot of people are saying that like depending on what spaces you're in, the automatic was like we don't understand women. It's that's down to a bias. Yeah. So if someone operates in that bias, then you're forced to have to over-explain yourself. Or you might find yourself over-explling yourself.
I've had to do that a couple of times in the professional world.
I think also I think that it's also linked to if you're neurodivergent. I think because the way your brain and the way you process information.
I'm the type of person that likes to over-explain, and just so I know that person is getting all the information, because I hate it when I have to re-explain or someone doesn't understand something. So any like email that I write or anything, it has like no one can get me misunderstood.
Yeah. So I think sometimes I think it just depends on it, but mansplaining, hate.
I got one, and I know you hate it so much. When like a man's trying to flirt or whatever, or is trying to like be corny, like
oh, don't, no.
They lick their lips.
That's a certain type of man. That's a certain type. And no.
What is that? I'm sorry.
All I see, I think I saw it on someone like did like a meme video, and now whenever a dude starts doing this, licking their lips, rubbing their hands, I see a fly. I see a fly. You know when the flies, when you're watching a fly that's sat on something and they start rubbing their hands together? That's all I see. That is literally all I see. And then I can't take you seriously.
That's the biggest one. And like the person must feel like they're actually like sexy or something.
No, it's really
like,
not sexy.
That they're like doing this and
what? I'm just like, what are you doing?
That is
you
like
good?
That is like the worst. That's the worst one for me. So if any of y'all do not stop. We don't like it.
It's not cute.
We don't like it.
It's not cute. I promise you, it's not cute.
No.
You look foolish.
Flyish.
No, what's another one? Do you have another one?
I have, it's another one that we both don't like as well. Like, what is it with, like, the long nail?
The long pinky, the pimp nail.
Pinky nail. Like, they say the long nails for, like, because we Googled it, the long nails for, like, good luck.
No, so it's like, different. In different cultures, it means different. Something different.
Yeah.
I think some call it a coke finger.
The coke finger.
It's the coke finger. So I learned that
from Googling.
No, I didn't even learn it from Googling. I think someone told me because I was like, I mentioned it to someone. I was like, I think
I told you.
Maybe it was you that told me.
Yeah.
I think it was a guy that I was talking to, and I clocked this long fingernail, and I was like,
for me, it just looks dirty. Like, I think it looks dirty.
But I think at that point, I actually asked, like, why do you have a long fingernail? Just the thing. And that's when I found out that in some African cultures, it's a status thing.
Okay. So the longer the nail, the higher status you are? Yeah,
I think it meant that you're, like, it's a recognition of a certain type of status, like higher status.
Interesting.
I think I can't remember, so don't quote me on it. But it was something to do with like a status thing.
I also read that it's good luck as well. So I don't know what culture that is in.
Yeah.
But the longer, like a long one little fingernail long means like good luck, good wealth or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But I think it meant something similar to that, like wealth or something / status.
But you don't, I don't know, I don't see it that much. So when I see it, like, it's like, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I just want to...
Yeah, all I want to do is...
Like,
pristine, and another one, pristine eyebrows.
On guys?
Yeah.
Like plucked eyebrows?
Yeah, plucked eyebrows.
Girl, you would not survive in Germany.
I thought you didn't like that.
No, I know.
Oh.
But that's the trend.
Yeah, but like actually how like, girls get like thin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I take you to Germany, I
wouldn't be stop staring.
Like where I'm from, literally, I got a culture shock when I got used to being in the UK, and then I go home, and then every time I would go and visit my dad, and I'd start seeing like the teenagers like my age and the boys. I was like, this is like.
Where did it come from?
Because maybe it's the town that I'm from in Germany. There's a lot of Turkish.
Okay.
Turkish migrants, and then or Turkish Germans.
They love to be. Thing I know about Turks, they love to be pristine.
And the men like are very groomed.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where it came from. So even the guys were like their eyebrows were groomed.
I think you like a rugged man. I think that's why like you not too rugged. Where it looks like a carpet's all over them.
No.
Like proper hair. Like, no, not too much hair. But I think you like that, like, not pristine, like, kind of look.
I don't want a man that
has better eyebrows than you.
Number one has got better eyebrows than me. Unless they're natural, then you're forgiven. It's not your fault. Number two spends longer.
True.
In the bathroom or getting ready than I do.
True.
I do not want to be sat there waiting for you to get ready. No, I'm sorry. Because I have two modes. I was like, I'm going to take my time getting ready, or like, I'm one and done, let's go.
Yeah.
Like...
I'm that type of person though, like, I don't take long to get ready.
No.
It takes me half an hour.
Yeah.
Because I don't really do too much makeup. Like, my hair is always curly, so I don't have to, like, be doing anything crazy with it. I'm happy to just go out quite natural. So, I prefer to, like, keep it moving and do what I want to do. Like, go to the event or whatever I'm going to.
I think I dress up for certain occasions.
Yeah.
So, but my day-to-day is I can be ready in 10 minutes. Like 10-15 minutes.
I think even occasions though, like, it doesn't take me that long. If I was going to a wedding or something, put on the dress, I'll do the hair like this, and then I'll just do like a little eyelash and thing. That takes me like half an hour.
No, when I sit down to do my makeup, I like it. But
when it's like, okay, yeah, leaving in 10 minutes, you're like, I have to do my makeup, I'm out. Here we go.
No, so I like to take my time on my makeup. Yeah, like, I just like the process of getting ready because for me it's like a self-care thing. So it's like it makes me feel like, oh, something special.
I do get you mean, like when I feel like for me, when I feel like not great, where I feel like I don't look the best, like just naturally look the best, or I feel overly tired, I like to kind of just do something just to make me feel better, even though maybe inside I don't really feel great. I like to kind of like do a style or do a little makeup that's gonna like make me feel nicer. So I get the whole like wanting to sit down and like the creativity and like kind of just doing something for yourself. It's a sense of self-care, like you said.
Yeah, so that's what
I get it. But if you're spending 2 hours, doesn't care, man, woman, I don't care, 2 hours doing this, please. 2 hours doing makeup and hair. Please. I draw the line after an hour.
Okay, 2 hours.
After an hour, I draw the line. That's diva!
No.
You're Mariah Carey. This is diva.
2 hours for makeup and hair.
What are you doing?
It depends. So it depends how I'm having my hair. So
hair can take long.
So sometimes the hair can take a while. And then sometimes, like, so when I'm like, I always give myself 2 hours to get ready, but that's because I like doing it slowly. So getting ready could mean like I'm putting a face mask on first, like I'm having a shower, I might be plucking my eyebrows beforehand. So it's not spending actually 2 hours applying makeup. Like the makeup application usually takes me 20 minutes.
Okay,
I can do a full beat in about 20 minutes, half an hour. Depends on how elaborate I do my my eyeshadow, but it's never like too extreme. So like a full beat takes me doesn't take me 2 hours, but the whole process can sometimes be 2 hours. But that's because I like either put music on, put a candle, watch a TV show in between. If you had like the money, if you had always loads of places to be where you like everyone was kind of dressing up like that, would you be happy like all the time to do yourself up, or would you start to feel like, oh no, there's no way I'm gonna be, I ain't got the time. No,
but if you had the time, if you
no.
had the time,
because that to me feel like, no, I don't want to sit there every day for 2 hours staring at my face. That's long.
Some people would love that.
No, not like that. Unless that's my money maker.
True, but then you'd be doing prosthetics and stuff like that. It wouldn't always be looking pretty.
Unless like if I was a beauty guru, cool. That's my income.
Yeah,
that's a different story.
Some people I think like love to like just spend all the time like doing themselves up. And
if my profession was like, oh, I need to be done up and all the time like in public eye or whatever, at that point, yeah, I'll pay for a makeup artist. I ain't doing it all the time. No, there'll be days when I just can't be asked, and if I have to be like done up and I can't be bothered, then I'm paying for a makeup artist to do that if I had the means, or someone will just see me natural.
I think I want to get like a makeup artist just one time to do my makeup.
I can do your makeup.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah. I feel like I just would like to see someone else. You've done my makeup like once or twice.
But you've given me specific instructions.
Yeah, I think I've had control over what you've done on me. So like one time, do you wanna do my makeup with no control?
Yes.
Okay, one time.
You're not gonna like it though.
Why? Are you gonna make me like a clown?
No, because it's not what you're used to. So if you're someone that's more generally barefaced and like used to a natural look, if I did a full beat, like a full glam,
I don't think it has to be a full glam. Like, I'm giving you all creativity, but does it even have to be full glam if I give you full rings?
Yeah, because that's it. Like, well, it depends. Depends
what the glam is the only option.
No, full glam means like if you want me to do like something creative on your eyes and stuff like that, like that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah, I would like a nice eyeshadow.
But I will pull the, like, if I just did your eyes, well, we'll experiment and then you'll be able to understand what I mean.
Yeah, I'll come on the podcast one time. In full beat. But by you.
Yeah. Well, that's all for this episode. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed some of the stuff, our chit chat.
Comment anything you liked about what we spoke about, anything you related to.
Yeah.
Like, share.
And if there's any topics that you would like us to discuss, or
any dilemmas.
Any dilemmas.
We can do that.
Yeah, we can do a dilemma. So if you've got any dilemmas, any advice that you want, yeah, comment below, send us a message. We're more than happy to do that. But for now,
see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.